this is set which is based on sitting arrangement, and it is of moderate difficulty level. Here it is given that Preeti along with her elder brother Parth, younger brother Sanju, and her parents Razio father and Neeru mother is sitting for a photograph. Each of them plays exactly one game out of five games, three ball games, namely basketball, tennis, and cricket, and two non ball games, namely chess and badminton. And some further information is given. Here, first statement states Preeti is not sitting adjacent to her father, as we do not know the position of her father, so we cannot talk about the position of Preeti at this point in time. Second statement states no child is sitting adjacent to both the parents. Now, this is important, this statement. If both parents sit together, then this could be a possible case. And when parents have exactly one place vacant between them, then this condition will be violated, which means this is not possible. And next case is when there are two seats between the two parents, then this is possible that no child is adjacent to both the parents. And if there are three places between the parent, then again it is possible. But if we have a look at statement 4, which states one of the parents who plays chess is adjacent to two of his or her children, which means in first case this is not possible. If both the parents are together, then one of the parents cannot be adjacent to two of his or her children, and the second case is not possible anyway. Now, the third case will also not be a possibility, so we are left with only the case in which there are two children between the parents, and this leads to two possibility. In first case, parent one of the parents is there and the second one is there. In second case, one of the parents is there and the second parent is there. Suppose this place is occupied by mother and this place is occupied by father. First statement states Preeti is not adjacent to her father, so Preeti can sit either this position or there is no position for her at all. But in that case, if we look at statement 7th, all males of the family are not sitting together. In case Preeti sits adjacent to her mother in the case that we are discussing, then all the males will be together, which is against the given conditions. Therefore, mother cannot be at this place. This place can be occupied by father, and this place will be occupied by mother. So here, if we look at statement first, which states Preeti is not adjacent to her father, so now Preeti can sit on either sides of her mother. But in case she sits to the left of her mother, then condition 7 will again be violated, which means Preeti sits to the left of her mother, and from here it becomes clear that chess is played by the mother. In statement 5 it is given that cricket and chess players are sitting adjacent to each other. We know who plays chess, but we can't say who play cricket, as the person who plays cricket could sit on either sides of the mother. So this statement is not helpful in determining sports played by any of the known persons. In statement 6 it is given that the persons who play the non ball game are not sitting adjacent to each other. Chess is a non ball game which is played by the mother, and if any of the other person who is sitting adjacent to her plays other non ball game, condition 7 will be violated. And it is also given that exactly one of the parents plays a ball game, mother does not play a ball game, which means father has to play a ball game. And from here it becomes obvious that the other non ball game played by the person who is sitting adjacent to the father. So the badminton is played by the player who sits adjacent to father and Preeti. This is all what we can determine. Now coming to the last statement, it is given that the number of persons sitting to the right of the chess player is not more than that of those sitting on his or her left. This condition holds true in this case. Now coming to the second case, when mother sits at this position and father sits at this position, as we know that mother plays chess as only adjacent to her two children can sit, but in that case condition 8 will be violated. Therefore second case is not possible. There is only one case in which father sits at leftmost position and mother sits at second position from the right, and Preeti sits as at the third position from right. Now moving to the questions. In the first question it is asking, based on the given information, which of the following can be determined uniquely? First option is the game played by the father. We cannot determine this thing at this juncture. Who plays badminton? Again, nothing can be said about it. Who is sitting at the middle? This can be determined as Preeti is sitting at the middle position. Who plays the cricket? Cannot be determined, which means option C is the correct answer. In the next question, it is given that the elder son plays basketball. Which game younger son play? From here it becomes obvious the person who is sitting to the right of mother is one of her son, and the person who is sitting right of father, rather immediate right, is also is his son. Here it is given that older son plays basketball. So from here it becomes obvious older son is sitting right to the mother, which means younger son is sitting adjacent to the father, and from here it can be concluded that he plays badminton, which is given in option B. In the next statement it is asking which of the following statements will be required to determine the game played by a father. In first statement it is given that younger son play badminton. If this is true, then we are left with the three person whose game are not known, and these persons are father Preeti and older son, and it is not possible for us to determine the game played by any of these three persons uniquely. So statement or option first is not sufficient in order to determine the game played by father. In next statement it is given that daughter plays tennis. If daughter plays tennis, then the son who is sitting right to the mother will play cricket as per the given condition. From here only one game is left for father. So this statement would enable us to answer this question, and the game played by father will be basketball. Therefore option B is the correct answer. And in statement C, when it gives daughter plays cricket, again we would not be able to determine the game played by father, as there could be two possibilities, basketball and tennis. Coming to the last question, in this question it is asking sitting position of how many of them can be determined uniquely. As we have already discussed, sitting position of exactly three persons can be determined, father, mother and Preeti. Therefore option B is the correct answer. That's all in this set.